So welcome to Game 5. Naniwa once again complaining about roaches. If you haven't seen Game 1 through 4, go check it out now. This is Game 5. And Ret says please stop joking so much. It's kind of rude. I don't know if that's... I hope that's just him being funny. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny because it's really not that big of a change when you really think about it in the big picture. Oh, okay. Anyways, this may be some BM. I don't know. Anyways, we've got Ret spawning as the blue Zerg in the top right-hand corner. Game 5 is going to be on Steps of War. Close spawn positions, close everything. And Naniwa is going to be spawning as the light pink in the bottom left-hand corner once again. And you still have 4 maps that are like free win. Oh, okay, because he said bro. I'm pretty sure he's joking around. I don't know the relationship between these two players or if they've played very much. But they are both on the European server. So I would like to think they've met each other on the ladder a few times. Hopefully there's no bad blood or anything. But yeah, anyways, we're going to get into the game. And wow, 10 pylon, 10 gate from Naniwa. I'm expecting double gate Zealot pressure from him, even though a lot of players don't find that effective since the Zealot nerf. When you're chrono boosting your Zealots, which you pretty much are in early game when you're doing a 2-gate opening, it's really only 2.5 seconds anyways. So, yeah, it's not even 5 seconds, but it's 2.5. Anyways, Red here going for spawning pool once again first. I do like that on this map. Fast expansion can be very risky, especially against a 10 pylon, 10 gate. Although there is no second gate, which is a little bit peculiar. Zealot is coming out. I don't see a cybernetics core yet. He does not have enough minerals for that. Chrono boosting that Zealot out, I don't like. I like when you chrono boost the second Zealot, but chrono boosting that first Zealot is almost entirely useless. And wow, Nani's doing the Forge again. Maybe he's having trouble against Zerg because he's going for such a Forge heavy play, but he's probably going to want to bring a couple probes out here to try to wall off this ramp. He wants to get a pylon up here and get a cannon up here to kill off this expansion. That would put him significantly ahead, but Ret, like a good Zerg player, he's got the patrol going, and the probe here getting like a motorbike racer here on his side. Bunch of roaches, or sorry, bunch of Zerglings and drones coming out to fend off this Zealot and this probe. I think Nani's strat is pretty much screwed. But anyways, back to what I was saying about not chrono boosting your first Zealot and only chrono boosting your second one. The first Zealot really isn't benefiting from being that early. That Zealot just got surrounded and he's going to be killed so quick, even though it's just drones and a couple Zerglings. The pylon does get cancelled and he needs to retreat. These 2 Zealots, one is already almost dead. He is not going to get a pylon up here. I think he should just call it quits and change up his playstyle. He's been trying to do this on every map so far, it seems, and it's just not working. The spawning pool first by Naniwa is a great build against this. Maybe he knows that Naniwa likes this, or sorry, by Ret, the spawning pool first build by Ret. Maybe he knows Naniwa likes to do this, but it's just a great counter to it. That Zealot's going to get killed right away as soon as he gets surrounded, and it does die. Back to I or to you. And the pylon did finish, but there's more and more Zerglings out here to stop that. Important to note, this did stop him from producing any drones. So as we see, Naniwa is 5 drones, 5 harvesters up, 4 now only. So Ret has switched back to drone production. But now that he has his expansion up, his second queen's about to come out. He'll be in a good position. He's going to completely wall off. No, he's not completely walled off, but he's going to try to wall off with his pylon here. Although that pylon may go down, it does get cancelled. And Nani's forced to retreat right back into his base. And now all of a sudden, Ret is in a massive lead right now. No cybernetics core, no expansion. Yeah, I don't like this position for Naniwa at all. I think he just pretty much handed this game on a platter to Ret. Ret in a massive lead right now. I would like to see him throw up a second expansion, but instead he's going to throw up a spine crawler. Not sure how I feel about that, as he, of course, I'm assuming he knew this expansion was coming from Naniwa, so I'm not sure what that spine crawler is for. That drone would have been better spent on an expansion. I would like to see him kill off these destructible rocks and take this base ASAP, get a couple extra queens out, spread that creep, get that economic advantage, get your gas up, get Zergling speed, But it's easier to call that kind of stuff as a viewer than a player, that's for sure. Although the amount of games these players play, I've noticed this last time, I think I've called it on my last stream, but European players play so much compared to a lot of the North American players. I was looking at some of the European players' profiles, and they've got like 1,600 games played. What? 1,600 games played? Wow. I mean, like, that's a lot of games in, what, 2.5 months that it's been since the game's been out? Came out a week after my birthday in July. Yeah, about that. So August, September, yeah, about 2.5 months, 1,600 games. That's a lot of 1 versus 1 ladder games. Naniwa pushing in with some zealots. I don't like this at all. There is a spine crawler here. There's a queen. There's a bunch of zerglings. Zergling speed is about 70% of the way done. Once that finishes, any zealots' aggression will be pretty much thwarted. And now an Overlord sneaking in here from Ret is going to see this expansion, see the amount of saturation, see the amount of minerals that that Nani's pretty much invested into this expansion. And I think he's going to go for this 3rd base. I would really like to see that. The rocks are almost dead. There is no Roach War in this game at all, although there is an evolution chamber with ground level ranged upgrade, level 1. But no Roach Warren? Oh, there's the Roach Warren. Oh, okay. So Roach Warren is on the way. The rocks are taking so long to get killed. They do die. The creep should be spread fairly quickly. I believe he's got, what, 3 queens out on the field now? He does have 3 queens, so he's got an extra queen for creep tumors. Where is that queen? Oh, he's way out here. Wow, being very aggressive with his creep, pumping it all the way across the map. Once it gets to this front area, Naniwa's going to be in a lot of trouble. And still, this Overlord just getting a bunch of scouting information off. Nani needs to get his stalkers up here. Just as I say that, it looks like he is. He's going to try to get that kill. I think he may. They do have 6 range. Yes, it is going to die. So the Overlord just go kabloosh. Bunch of stuff dropping off into the abyss. But, yeah, hatchery is on the way. 3rd base is almost ready. And once that is up, he's got, wow, way oversaturated here, gearing up to resaturate this base, or not resaturate, but saturate this base as well. And I like this. Using his Overlords to poop creep everywhere now that he's got Lair. That's going to allow him to temporarily not need those creep tumors. Excuse me. And once he can produce another queen, he can start, putting creep tumors here. And because of the Overlords, there's a significant time when you only have 1 creep tumor. That the creep takes a while to spread. When you have 2 creep tumors, the timing is almost perfect in that by the time the creep fully spreads, the cooldown will be ready to re-put down another creep tumor. But with the Overlords there, that is completely negated, and you don't need to have 2 creep tumors. You can just use the 1. Makes it a much more effective and efficient with your energy. So 1 Zergling without, or he does have Zergling speed, yes. Does come in here and just to see what's going on. He sees lots of sentries, well, just a couple sentries, lots of zealots, a couple stalkers. Ground level 1 attack upgrade is done for the ground units, and chrono boosting the Colossi out. So this seems to be Nani's go-to strategy against Zerg right now is the Colossi. And wow. Ret getting fairly ballsy, taking a 4th base way out here. I may have liked to see him take this base instead, but as the creep is almost already there. And it's a little bit closer to this base. But if you look at the ground distance, it's actually closer from this ramp. And of course, it's closer from this ramp too. So that's not a bad decision. It's just if Nani does get those Colossi up, he can just hop down, hop back up, and try to take that out. Taking out a few creep tumors, always a good idea, but that Colossi may be in trouble. There is no sight to the top, so those roaches are not going to be able to do anything. Really heavy roach army once again. He's already got over 24 roaches out in the field, 28 roaches, although there's probably even more than that. 30 roaches somewhere on the field. There's a couple more. But nonetheless, Ret's just continuing to try to take more bases. He's already gearing up to put gas down on these 2 extractors. I like that. When you're getting to that many bases, gas is really the only thing you need to worry about saturating. But roaches here trying to cut off these units and flank them, but a little bit too fast, and the units are going to surround and I think this is going to be pretty much it for Nani. No, nice force fields, but he missed one gap there, and the units do get through and try to take out these Colossi. The Colossi are all going down, and the rest of the units will fall, and I think that's going to be pretty much GG. No, Nani actually holds it off, but the reinforcements for Ret are just too much. If we look at the income tab, Ret's so far ahead. I called GG a little bit a lot too premature, because there are 2 more Colossi that are almost out, but Zerg is going to keep producing and keep putting on pressure. The amount of production that Ret can do right now, if he wanted, he could probably close off the game, but like Tastosis does say, if you've got an advantage, just get more of an advantage. Don't try to finish the game, just get more of an advantage. Anyways, Ret looks like he's going to retreat a little bit. Probably needs to get those queens out and reproduce those creep tumors, get that creep spread to his base here. He needs creep connecting all these bases, or a Nidus network, one of the two. The gas is up, not saturated. He's got a couple workers on the minerals. Gold minerals, of course, are awesome. Everyone loves gold minerals. They mine out so fast, though. And there's only 6 patches, so less patches. If they mine out faster, it really doesn't equate to much better economy. It just allows you to saturate the base faster with less drones. But anyways, yeah, I really don't know what Nani can do. He's going to try to take a 3rd base, but he needs to get that critical amount of Colossi back up. He's got 2 more on the way here. They are here. He's got 1 more in production, and he's a little bit late on the Thermal Lance upgrade. He really needed that in the last engagement when he used those force fields, but he didn't have that, so when he pulled back from the force fields, he couldn't attack beyond, and it just split up the army, but didn't really do much beyond that. Nani's trying to take his 3rd base, but it looks like Ret's going to come up and just take that out ASAP and prevent this from happening. Corruption, wow, getting used quite a bit here. I like that. Ret is utilizing the ability to the maximum potential. The fact they don't have energy anymore, they just have a cooldown. There's no reason when you have this many corruptors that you shouldn't be corrupting like everything you see, just because it provides that much more of a benefit. But 20% more damage, well, damage taken for 30 seconds, that's quite a lot. But then again, what unit actually stays alive for 30 seconds? In StarCraft 2, nothing. No way. Not even an Ultralisk. But Ret is not going to Ultras. He is getting his Hive. He's getting more upgrades for his Roaches and Hydras, although he's got very few Hydras, lots of Roaches, and lots of Corruptors. So if he can get these Corruptors in a good position, he'll be able to take out these Colossi so quickly. The Roaches are getting in there. Needs to throw down a couple force fields and stop these Roaches from coming up, so that his Stalkers can focus down the Corruptors. But there's just too many Corruptors. 12 Corruptors is way too many to deal with. They did not have nearly enough Stalkers. But the Colossi do all go down. There's still lots of Roaches here. And which is so bull. Yeah, so Nani does Nani does lose game 5. Ret is up 3 games to 2. Stay tuned for game 6 and possibly the closer.